Often in business, I have people ask me, what should I do first in business? And part of this question is it's good because they want to do the right thing, but sometimes it's because they're afraid of wasting time. And here's what I say to this is do something, because that's better than nothing. And even if something doesn't look like it's going to pan out to a business, if it's a passion or you're interested in it, follow that path. Now, I did a podcast episode on this called Roadmap to Your Destiny. It's an episode. It's on my Grow Your Life podcast. You can look that up on my website. Click the link. And it helps people identify where they're starting at, their starting point, their purpose, which is aligned with their passions, and then create a strategy for what they can be successful with. Jim Collins, in his book Good to Great, talks about, what can you be the best in the world at? That's one of the first things. What can you make money with? And what do you have a passion for? And I'll add to that, what does the world need? If you align those four things, what can you make money with? What do you have a passion for? What does the world need? And what can you be the best in the world at? If you align those and then take action, do something better than nothing, you'll actually find this part of the process is this. This is the process that I want to talk about. When you take action, you'll learn things that you didn't know before you took action. Then you can take the lessons that you learned from taking action and apply them in the future to stair step and build your experiences over time. So before you took action, you're in this place. After you took action, you know a thing or two because you've seen a thing or two, like the farmer's commercial. At that same time, you might learn that what you took action on wasn't exactly the best thing. And then a lot of people get locked into bondage of feeling like, I have to stick with this because if I don't, I'll be a failure. Instead of realizing and choosing to do a different choice. Now, here's the other thing, too, is a lot of times people won't take action. They'll be so unfocused that they'll never accomplish anything. You need to focus, be laser focused towards where you're going and start in a direction that moves forward, not in circles, not moving in circles. Take action, move forward, do something. If you're like, I don't know when to go live, what to talk about, what to say, well, do something. Start with something. Stop making excuses for why. Stop letting your fears dictate you. I did another podcast episode this week on that. It's called Unlocking Your Unique Success Toolkit. If you haven't listened to my Grow Your Life podcast, seriously, I take these and I have lessons that you can take. It's free. You literally just plug it in, listen to it, and it helps you be successful. And plug into these videos every day. But do something. If you've been waiting for the right time to start listening to my podcast, the fact that you haven't started yet, or maybe because you haven't finished an episode, you haven't listened to another episode, that is paralysis of analysis. You're analyzing where you're at and you're never moving forward and progressing. And this is something that I've been guilty of. And if you're somebody that does that, maybe you feel like that you can't move forward because you haven't finished something. There's two things you need to look at. One, why did you stop? Did you stop because you chose to stop to find something better? That's sometimes good. At the same time, are you wired to complete things to completion? See something to fruition and stop making excuses about why you couldn't finish it. Stop making excuses about how everything got in the way, about how you were distracted, about how so-and-so happened, and take ownership over your life and where you are right now. And stop being controlled by the whim of everything that goes on around you. Take control of your life and choose. There's nobody else that is choosing or controlling you or dictating your life unless you've given them that power. There's no outside force, no distraction, no nothing. That's so good right there what Jamie wrote. Sometimes slowing down to pause in an action to propel you forward. That'll be the hardest thing. Pause. And then propel forward. It's not pause and then spin in circles and then go backward to where you were 5-10 years ago. It's instead move forward. A friend of mine, we were joking because I'm back to where I was mentally 15 years ago, but with a new lens and a new perspective about what I want to do, where I want to go. I'm taking up more passions with stuff like writing music, filmmaking, graphic novels, making more content. But I'm also staying focused on making content every day, single day, making courses for people because I know that I have to impact people, and by impacting people, I can help them reach their goals and I can reach my goals as well. Do something. Take action. Move forward. Stop making excuses for why you can't. Your excuses, none of them are good enough. Move towards your destiny instead of staying stuck where you are, and stop using the excuse that somebody else dictated it. If you chose to pause, that's great. Choose to push play again and move forward. Grow your life, everybody, and we'll talk soon.